Well, and because this is what, this podcast, right? What we're trying to explore is this connection of emotion and behavior and what drives it and taps into it. And so I think like for you, there's this identity piece that they're tapping into, and then there's something else, which is you started out as a hater, right? You were skeptical, and then
Yes.
now you're an evangelist.
I love Kendall because she like talks about her mental health struggles and she's, whips her hair around and I think also plays some good music. But I think it just depends on who you emotionally connect with. And it really is like a people thing. And so I'll tell them to try different instructors.
The thing about this, right? I'm picking up identity, and then there's an aspect of evangelism, and you're telling people, hey, you're going to get into this because you're going to find connection, you're going to find instructors you like, you're going to find music or styles that you like. Trust me, you will find that. That's what's going to keep you here.
I think that, the Nordstrom mentality and the Nordstrom way is amazing. I think it's really, really important to treat your customers really well and to personalize some sort of gratitude.
You're willing to take action and tell them like in moment
Always.
that something's going wrong, which is, I think it's quite unusual. What we see is like 90% of the time customers won't talk, they'll just leave.
Yeah.
So for you to speak up, that's a gift in and of itself. You're
Yes.
giving them an opportunity to keep you. So that's novel. And then the second is you don't actually use it as currency to go complaining.
I'm actually less likely to um, kind of go the extra mile for a huge brand, not because I don't think they would hear me, but because it just seems like more cumbersome to like go on some website, try to track down who to email. If it's super easy, I will absolutely. And I'll usually say, hey, can you call me? The problem is like nobody has time. People, especially in the Amazon world that we're living in, where people want things shipped, same day. There are huge supply chain issues right now across every industry. And I think consumers who are not a little bit grateful and a little bit patient just don't get it. And I'm a big fan of like over communicating and getting ahead of it so that you can kind of manage expectations. I don't want to be the one that's sitting at home like kind of pissed that something hasn't arrived when I thought it was going to arrive. If the company has told me like, I know we told you it was going to be Thursday, we're so sorry, this has happened, please enjoy 10% off the next blah blah blah. I'm quadrupling down on that company.
There's a really important piece of the cycle that companies can pick up on, which is if Shauna speaks up and you make it right, now you win Shauna back times 10, right? Like you're actually all in. You're like, yep.
Especially if they're proactive about it. If I don't have to be the one.
And
What emotion though, Roby? Like, what are we talking? I know the emotions. I have the emotion wheel. I know all about emotions, but I'm like, are we talking pride? Are we talking confidence? Like, what emotion are we tapping into?
well, so I I think let's explore this for a minute, because I'm thinking that when you get me to join your loyalty program, right, and I take that first step, we know full well when we join a loyalty program that for the most part, the loyalty program is built for them to track us and try to get us into their silo of choices more often than other silos of choices, especially again with hotels and airlines. It's like instead of choosing Delta, you're going to choose Alaska because you're a member of this. So we know when we're stepping into this relationship that there's a win for them, right? So I think part of the emotion is the sense of like, well, I thought we had an agreement that if I was to do this, you were going to do this thing that made me feel like you treated me better, that it was worth it for me. So then I think we've entered into an agreement where maybe they're letting us down, right? Maybe the emotion is you're like, wow, you disappointed me.